hope you are all doing well. I am sat in a very cosy bedroom looking out the window and it's absolutely tipping it down. I've never felt so happy to be dry and indoors. There's something about this weather when you're indoors, light a few candles, feeling really cozy. I've even got a cup of tea that coincides with my outfit. This was not intentional. Something that I get a lot of questions on TikTok about, and something that I haven't actually really talked about or addressed in much detail, is discussing men's sustainable fashion, particularly in charity shops and vintage shops and stuff like that. My mantra is never ever bypass the men's section, because there are gems just waiting to be discovered, and I can honestly say I've got a few of my favourite pieces from the men's section of charity shops. So today I thought I'd show you some of my all-time favourite pieces, as well as kind of talking through how I style the pieces, what to look out for when you are going charity shopping, and how to transition these pieces into your everyday wardrobe and incorporating it with your personal style. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start off with my all-time classic staple piece. Let's grab it. First up to the stage, please. It is the classic men's white dinner shirt. I can't talk enough about these. I think that it is such a simple piece to add to your wardrobe, but when I tell you it's my most worn, it goes with absolutely everything. Whenever I have a skirt or some bottoms that I just can't quite style, just chuck a white men's dinner shirt on. Now, the thing I love about the dinner shirt specifically are these stripes down the front here. It adds a little bit of texture, it adds some more interest, and it's something that I always look out for. Obviously, the way this would typically be styled is with a suit or a tuxedo or something like that, but there's something about styling a dinner shirt with the casual aspect of like a pair of vintage denim jeans that is just, it's just dreamy to me. Another thing to look out for, which distinguishes this as a dinner shirt and not just a regular long sleeve shirt, is the cuffs. Now, these are obviously meant for cufflinks. They're meant to be rolled like so, and they have little cufflink holes here, which I will sometimes use because I really like collecting cufflinks as well. You know me and my obsession with accessories, and I love any excuse to incorporate anything gold into my outfit, and it just adds a flash of something on the wrist, a bit of interest there. But if not, I will just roll the sleeves up to kind of just below my elbow. This really epitomises like French effortless chic to me. I can imagine ladies in Paris walking along the street, pair of black sunnies, blue denim jeans, a tied shirt at the waist. I think the key to shopping men's is being open to things being oversized. That's my style anyway, really, but especially with a piece like this, the more oversized, the more you can play with the shaping and the kind of silhouette that you want to create. So yeah, this is an absolute staple, kicking it off with probably my favourite piece. I've just had to turn my main light on because I realised that it's gone so grey outside, and I filmed at the worst time because it's starting to get dark already. But anyway, moving on from kind of clothing pieces to more accessories, but we're still along the same vein of something that a typical gentleman would wear out to a more formal event, but something that you can definitely style to a more casual event, and that is braces. I absolutely love styling braces, but I do think they are a little bit of a Marmite. If they're not your style, then that's absolutely fine. I do just think they're a really fun male accessory to play with. This specific pair I love because they're slightly wider and they've got a really cool like horse bit design on them. I've worn these in a previous YouTube video, I think, and I'll usually style them, funnily enough, with that white dinner shirt that I showed you a moment ago. This particular pair I'm pretty sure I got from eBay. I am obsessed with eBay. I will bid on things that I forget I've bid on and then win the auctions and then be like, oh, that's a surprise gift to myself. Okay, so we've done tops, we've done accessories, now let's talk about bottoms. These are a pair of trousers which I actually picked up from the men's section of a vintage shop. However, I'm not sure if they are men's. They could be women's by looking at the kind of cut of them. They're extremely high-waisted, but you will find that a lot of men's trousers were more high-waisted back in the day. However, these ones just really caught my eye because of the shape. Now you will notice the red stripes down the side here of like a velvet. I actually added these myself. When I bought them, they were just a plain black high-waisted trouser and they were pretty long, so I did crop the length as well. I'd say, especially if you're a mid-sized shape like myself, trying stuff on is really the key. They are a little bit big, but I do always try and lean more on the oversized side of trousers than the too tight, because I feel like I can always do something with something that's a little bit big, whereas if it's too tight, it's a goner. I got these pretty recently, so I haven't really fully explored how I'm going to style them yet, but I'm really excited to. One thing I will say is if you are handy with a sewing machine or even just with a needle and thread, this opens up so many more doors to you, especially in men's fashion, because you can customise like I did with the red stripes. I also cut off the length and turned them up because I wanted a slight ankle grazer cropped look, which again makes things a little bit more feminine. That's just my personal taste. Now it's time for, in my opinion, the holy grail of menswear. Something that you will see so many of and have probably already walked past millions of them on your thrifting journey. And that is an oversized blazer. Again, this specific piece is a dinner jacket. There's definitely a theme here, isn't there? However, I've done the classic Ellie Martin touch of customizing the fit of this. First and foremost, can I say, is something that swung it for me, definitely. Because it's a plain black jacket, it's obviously very versatile, but it's not often that I would pick up something this plain, because I'm a bit of an ostentatious gal. You wouldn't be able to tell from my jumper, would you? It is a gorgeous blazer on its own. I did actually add this for New Year's Eve because I wanted something a bit extra for last New Year. But the beauty of this is I can take it off if I want to, because I've just kind of done a very loose running stitch of the tassels down the side as well. I love the fact that it's double-breasted and it's also got the details of the satin buttons there. I've rolled the sleeves up, again, just trying to give it more of a casual vibe, and it's still slightly oversized on the shoulders. I believe this was about £8, but because it's such a formal piece, they get marked down to really cheap because it's not very often that people host dinner parties anymore, unfortunately, because I would very much like to attend one. Here I have another one of my men's blazers, which is probably my most worn. I've rolled up the cuffs. I really like, it's like a very small dog tooth pattern. I've just added a little gold pin badge on there. It's an oversized fit, as most of them are. Chuck it over jeans and a t-shirt and it pulls an outfit together, makes you look like you've got your shit together, when in actual fact you might not, like me. And finally, because I feel like I've been talking for a million years, and I did just say that I was only going to show you the highlights from my men's wardrobe collection, this is definitely the best to last, and you will have absolutely seen this piece before. This is my classic vintage Burberry trench coat that I picked up from a flea market, and yes, it is a men's style. Not only can I tell this because it's extremely long, I'm a tall gal so I can get away with it, but also it's got a single breast down the front. It's not a double-breasted one. It's kind of more of a A-line fit, so a classic male style for the time, and look at this check. This was on a rail of all men's clothing, and if I hadn't have gone over there, I wouldn't have found it. So this is your sign. The Burberry gods are telling you, never sleep on the men's section. So there we have what I would call the highlights to look out for if you're starting out shopping in the men's section secondhand. Keep an eye out for some nice crisp white shirts, and I'd be really excited to know what you guys thought of this video in the comments. Do hop over and follow me at The Vanity Case on Instagram to keep up to date with what I'm up to. I love chatting to you all on there. I'm very active on that Instagram account, so come over and say hello. My tea's gone cold. Till next time, I will see you very soon. Have a lovely start to November. Bye!